I'm Colin Keegan, Product Marketing Manager at Veeam Software. And joining me today is Ezra Charm, VP of Marketing at N2WS, a Veeam company.
Thanks so much, Colin.
Thanks for joining us. So Ezra, N2WS is the #1 data solution provider in AWS marketplaces. Can you just tell us why?
Sure. So what we focus on is data protection for workloads running on AWS, in-cloud workloads. We've been around since 2013, and we're a very simple solution that lets customers tap into hyper availability of AWS, really recover quickly, make sure their AWS environment is well protected.
Sounds great. You know, there's this notion of a shared responsibility model in AWS. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So what many folks don't realize is that when they move workloads into AWS, it's up to them to orchestrate backup and disaster recovery as they need. AWS provides the infrastructure for you to get that done, but were you to go and manage that yourself, you're talking about a whole lot of scripting, and even once you get the whole lot of scripting finished, you're still not there for a full-fledged backup and disaster recovery solution. We took the underlying infrastructure that AWS provided and built a backup and disaster recovery solution on top of that.
That's great. So talk a little bit about some of your success stories.
Sure. So we have a lot of success stories. We're about to do a webinar with the team at AWS and our customer, University of Notre Dame. They're going to talk about how they moved 80% of their workloads into AWS, and they're using N2WS and our product Cloud Protection Manager to protect their AWS environment.
Oh, fantastic. And we were talking before, you were saying, I think there was an instance where they actually used N2WS to restore some SAP workloads. You want to talk a little bit about that? I thought that was interesting.
Absolutely. So even if you do everything right and you do your job perfectly, you still run into situations where you need backup and you need recovery. And there is no recovery without backups. So Notre Dame has SAP hosted across 40 instances in AWS, and one of their application engineers rolled out a vendor patch. That patch was found to have a vulnerability later, and there was no easy method to roll it back. Luckily, they had our product in place, one-click recovery, and they were back to their previous state, just like they needed to be.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. So Ezra, thanks again for being here today.
Thanks so much for having me.
I'm Colin Keegan, Product Marketing Manager at Veeam Software. Thanks for joining us.